Well, bless the Lord, brothers and sisters. So happy to be back at again. I thank God for you tuning in. I pray in the name of Jesus that you are alive and well and prospering and growing. But most of all, hear me, most of all, I pray in the name of Jesus that you are walking, you are moving, and you are having your being according to the will of God. Not your will, not your plans, but according to God's will. Oh, we're going to get deep today. The name of this message is called Embracing the Journey. Hear me. Embracing the journey. Not burying the journey, not shunning it away, not trying to get rid of it, not hiding from it, but embracing it. Listen, embracing your journey, not anybody else's journey, but your journey like a newborn baby. Oh, yeah. We're going to get in today. We're going to get deep. We're going to really dive through this message because I believe that I can't sleep for a reason. Oh, yeah. I got up early in the morning while you probably are still getting Z's. God has decided to wake me up, and I praise God for that, to give you a message today, to hopefully encourage you during the week, the month, or maybe even share it with someone. Oh, yeah. The journey of life is not for the faint of heart, folks. And we're going to get into this message, and I pray in the name of Jesus Christ that he downloads each and everything that you need for your journey every day. Just a little glimpse, even if it's just a little glimpse, for you to understand the importance of embracing your journey. A lot of people, hear me, in your journey of life, whether you want to get a car, whether you want to get a house, whether you want to solidify a relationship, whether you want to have a baby, whatever it is, a promotion, whatever you are trying to do, even if it's trying to rekindle a relationship or trying to get back in good graces with your family or whatever it is, there is something called a process, a journey, and that takes time. And a lot of people out there, hear me, always want the victory. We always want to see, especially living in a microwave type of society, we always want to see the results on the other side overnight. We don't want to go through the pains, the tears, all of the things, the stresses, the triggers, in order to develop us to get to the other side. We just want the results, the victory. We want the victory flag. We want to hold our hands up high and say, finally, I got it. I've accomplished this. I've achieved this. This is a very special message, particularly because this is the first message that I'm making into my new home. And for all of you out there that are renting, having apartments, live in a hut, a shack, wherever you are living, even if it's a situation where you've borrowed a phone from somebody next to you that doesn't even have a place of residency, I want you to listen to this message. It just might bless you. Don't despise the journey. Don't despise small beginnings. Don't compare yourself and your journey with someone else's journey. Let me give you a case in point. Very important that you realize that. Anything that is yours, that is ordained and designed from God himself, you have to go through a degree of testing and a degree of growing and stretching. And if you, hear me, embrace it with a bad attitude, a negative attitude, you're going against the grain, you're complaining, you're this, you're that, it's going to make the journey harder for you. I'm going to give you a real truth serum. Just this morning, my daughter, my 20-year-old daughter, was cleaning our kitten's poop from her paws because she's Millie. Her name is Chamomile, but we call her Millie. Millie is a dainty little girl, little cat girl, little kitten. She's dainty for a reason. And when it comes to her litter, right, they're about 6 weeks old, both of them. So when she cleans her litter, she's very territorial with her litter. She doesn't want anybody around her. She makes sure she's very clean. She's a clean girl, which is good. But this particular time, she got poop when she was trying to clean it in her paws. And obviously, my daughter had to clean her. She had to shampoo her hand and wipe it off and all that good stuff. So she was meowing. And of course, it's early in the morning. Like a baby, you got to get up. Prior to that, though, hear me, I'm going somewhere. So she cleans the cat up, and, my bedroom is not too far from her particular bathroom, my daughter's bathroom. And I heard the cat meowing, and I'm like, is she okay? Is she okay? She's like, yeah, she's okay. She's got a little poop in her paws, and I'm cleaning it out, yada, yada. But not too long ago, my daughter, my 20-year-old daughter is very, how could I say, she's a nurturer by nature. She's wired like that. She'll be a wonderful, wonderful wife, right? She cooks, she cleans, she, not saying that, just being a wife entails that, but guess what? It does entails those good traits. She's really good at what she does, right? She'll be a wonderful wife, a wonderful mother. It is what it is, right? So she said, not too long ago, mind you, Mom, if I had a baby right now, I would love to have a baby. And, she's doing good in her career and everything, but she wants to be a mother. And some women just want to be mothers early, right? Some women have that desire. So that was one of her desires, obviously, to get married first. But she's saying if, God blessed her, with a husband, in early years, she would love to have a baby now or within the first 2 years of marriage, right? She's 20. Long story short, now I believe, obviously, that, that may not be in God's plan, but I don't know. Who knows? God may, send that right one and, give her the desires of her heart. But listen to what she said. She spoke this, mind you. She said at her own mouth very recently, I really can't wait till I have a baby, da-da-da-da. And don't you know, God hears everything. So we get the 2 kittens, and don't you know that she's going through the journey? She doesn't realize that she's going through the journey of a degree, not of necessarily motherhood, mind you, all those cat lovers out there, but it's a glimpse of motherhood. She's getting up early in the morning. She's making the little, bottle formula thing. She's cleaning them. She's tired. She not only has 1 cat, but she has 2 kittens. And obviously I'm there as a backup, right? To help her and to guide her and things of that nature. But I could tell this morning that my daughter was tired. She was at her, not breaking point, but she was a bit frustrated. She wanted to sleep. And then the other cat, Miles, he's ready to jump and play. Millie's crying and she's tired. But not too long ago, my daughter said she wants to become a mother. So what am I saying? I'm saying that, first of all, you better be careful what you wish for. That's number 1, quote unquote. And number 2, God will give you the desires of your heart, but there is going to be a journey that you have to go through first before you get your reward. So this having 2 kittens is definitely a good test, is definitely a good training for her to realize that having 2 beautiful, fun-loving kittens, hear me, is not just for playtime. It's not just for the faint of heart. You're going to have to go through some stuff in order to endure their lifestyle, their schedule, their wants, their needs, their desires. And I think that she's coming to the realization of understanding the responsibility of a glimpse of motherhood is that it's cute to dress a little child up in a cute outfit. But what happens when they get sick? What happens when they throw up? What happens when a lot of people are asleep and you have to get up and change and clean and cook and this and that? Are you really built for this? So I say this to say, and we're going to pivot a little bit off of, my daughter and the kittens, which I think, like I said, is fascinating just to see her, my daughter doing so well because she's doing amazing. Even though she's a little tired, I'm watching, as her mother, I'm watching her grow. I'm watching her stretch. I'm there for her every step of the way, as much as I can, obviously. But I want her, certain times, I want her to experience getting her nails dirty, so to speak, getting her experience under her belt so she can stand as a young woman and say, guess what? I've raised these two kittens and I have a glimpse of what it is to be a responsible person, right? Caring for someone else that's delicate, that's small, that's, helpless in a lot of ways. So long story of the short of it is, what if it's you out there that have a desire for something big, whether it be a house? Just recently, like I said, me and my husband bought a house, and, the moving process was a journey for me and my husband. Oh yeah, it tested our marriage. I was very perturbed at him a lot of times. He was perturbed at me a lot of times because let me tell you the story. Oh, you're going to love this. And like I said, I'm not afraid to talk about my journey because we're on this side. The victory, we're here now. You know what I mean? It's like now we're, at the tail end of literally unboxing the stuff. We're really, really making headway because like I said, this is a huge house and we had a lot of stuff and we're, still my husband is putting stuff together. We got mostly brand new everything, brand new stuff. And, putting TVs up in every room mostly. And it's just a lot, right? And especially if you're not, hiring every 5 seconds people to do it, you got to do it for yourself. It takes time. So long story of the short of it is we made the decision. I encourage, like this, I encourage the decision to let's move ourselves, Why pay $2,000, $3,000 for movers when we could do it ourselves? So we hired a U-Haul. I drove the U-Haul. My husband pretty much loaded a lot of the stuff in there. We wrapped everything up. We, took everything out of our apartment. We had a 3-bedroom, 2-bath apartment. We took us and the kids and we were ready to go. But the journey of moving was no joke. And I can say this now and laugh about it now, but when I was in the journey with my husband in that van and him going back and forth to get stuff out of the house, it was a lot. It was tumultuous. It was stressful. It was hot because we were in the thick of summer, right? And where we live, the state that we live in, it was no joke. So everybody doesn't want to talk about the relationship side when the marriage gets tested in times like that. And mind you, we have to go back to work. We have to do this. Thank God we took off of our jobs and such like that. But we still have children. We still have responsibilities. We still have things we have to do. Time was of the essence. It was just a lot, a lot of, us really seeing what it takes to, all right, you want to save this money. You decide that you don't want to hire movers. Now you got to see what it is. Now you got to see how hard it is, okay, to get to the other side. It was times where I was just so upset with my husband. I was like, he's tired. He's lifting stuff and I'm like ready to get to the other side. I have my house, miles away, and then I'm still torn with this old apartment. I'm seeing my journey in front of me. I want the new, but I have to still get the stuff that we have, especially the stuff that's worthwhile keeping. I have to get that out of that old place. I have to get that out and, bring it. We have paintings, I'm an abstract artist. Whatever the case is, we had to get our furniture out that was worthwhile keeping, and it took a lot of manpower, and that manpower fell on the shoulders mostly of my husband. Now, I was lifting too. I literally lost 12 pounds. Well, thank God for that. But I lost 12 pounds in the move. Thank God, because Lord knows I need to lose more weight too. And I'm on my journey with that as well. And that's for another video. But all I'm saying is, whatever is worth going through the journey with, whoever is worth going through the journey with, they're going through their journey too. Oh man, I'm finally getting started. Whoever God puts in your life to go through the journey of life with you, I want you to know that they too are going through a journey. It's not the same journey that you're going through, but it's a journey nonetheless. It's their road. It's their journey. And the difference is this. This is the common thread that is in the midst of your journey together. One person, right, may have a sound mind, may be calm, right? The other person may be frantic, may be scared, may be frustrated, may be ready to cuss you out. You may see a side of that person, hear me, that you never knew they had it in. Listen, that other person may be orchestrating their journey, their experience, their truth out of a lens of the devil himself. Meaning that that's going to make your journey, and mind you, y'all are walking together in the journey together, but it's going to be so much harder for you. Whoever has the sound mind, whoever is literally trying to walk in peace in their journey while you're tagging along, the one with the one that has the weaker vessel, the one that's emotionally triggered, the one that's walking in the flesh, is going to literally try to tear you down. And unfortunately, hear me, unfortunately, the reason why that is because that element is a part of your journey. Oh, man. Did you hear me? That person that is walking with you in the flesh throughout your journey, whether it be a neighbor, whether it be somebody that lives in your apartment, your house, whoever it is, as long as they are in your life in one way, shape, or form, their mission, okay, may not be that they hate you or whatever the case is. They're just doing what they're designed to do. They're the weaker vessel. You're the one with the sound mind. You're the one that's trying to get you both to the finish line. But the reason why they're acting up, the reason why they're walking in the flesh, the reason why they feel like that they're dead weight that you're carrying is because you have to endure this because it's a part of your journey. You're the stronger vessel in that regard. And you're designed to go through all of this, even including the ones that you thought would act like you, be strong like you, pull that weight like you. No. They were not designed to do that. You were designed to do that. You were designed to be the leader. You were designed to be the mediator. You were designed to be the one with the sound mind. Now, what are you going to do when the person that you say you love, the person that you say you want to be with, the person that you think, hear me, is strong like you and this and that, is literally feeling or appealing that they're trying to break you down. Do you bury them? Do you shoot them? Do you get rid of them? Brothers and sisters, sometimes they're there to strengthen you. And you say, what are you talking about, Samantha? Why do you feel that way? They keep nagging me. They keep annoying me. They're getting on my nerves. I want to just get rid of them. What's going to happen is you just might get with somebody else, or somebody else may be in the journey that may be 10 times worse. How about that? Or maybe 20 times worse. What I'm saying is, the reason why you go through the journey and it seems like it's so hard and stressful is because God is maybe God is trying to develop your character, so much so that you don't believe that you have what it takes, but God knows that you do have what it takes. And through all the frustration and all the pain and all the hurt, you're becoming the you that you need to be to get to the other side and to help others along the way. You're pruning yourself, you're developing yourself, and you're really becoming the person that God has designed you to become all along. All along. Anything that's worth having, you have to go through these storms of life. So you need to embrace the journey. Everything that you're going through right now, I want you to look at it in a different perspective. Once you look at it in a different perspective, you'll realize, hear me, that the goal is closer than you think. Case in point. It's not until I stop thinking about my hair getting long, because I want my hair to get really long, right? But guess what? So what? I stopped thinking about it. And now I'm like, wow, my hair grew so much. I didn't think about it. It's no big deal. Same thing with the weight loss. I was looking at the scale. I was trying this and trying that and getting all obsessed about the losing the weight. Nothing happened. Not a pound, got off of me. But then when I stopped thinking about it, here I am going to my doctor recently, and I'm thinking it's going to be higher. And he's like, yeah, you lost 12 pounds. I'm like, what? How did that happen? What I'm saying is sometimes you overstress the situation. It's not going to move. Just let it be. Breathe. Don't think about it, right? Don't stress about it, right? And things will flow the way they need to flow, because now your focus is on something else, right? And you don't have all that pressure, all of that stress on the situation. Just live and let live. Let it be. Just let it be. If you had the right attitude during the journey, you'll get there faster. Oh, man. Let me say it again. If you had the right attitude, no matter what. Listen, let's do an exercise. Close your eyes real quick. Yes, close your eyes real quick. Okay, good. I want you to imagine yourself literally in a twister storm. You see gray, you see white, you see debris, you see yourself going all around about 500 miles per hour with no end in sight. Your heart is pumping. You're thinking, how in the heck am I going to get out of this situation? I'm scared. I'm cold. I'm going to die. That's what you're going to say in your mind, obviously. But then I want you to take a deep breath in that same storm, and I want you to say, God is going to get me through this storm. I will live. This is not going to be as long as it is right now, and it's going to end really soon, and I'm going to be safe and protected. Now, I want you to open your eyes. Now, the same situation, the same twister was there, but it was two different perspectives. So, If you have the right attitude in the midst of the journey, you'll embrace it differently. It doesn't mean that the storm is not going to come. The storm is going to come. Trust and believe. But it's the way you go about it and the way you embrace the journey that's going to make the difference. So, in closing, whether you're in a relationship, whether you're trying to get a new job, whether you're trying to have a baby, whether you are in an estranged relationship and you're literally trying to forgive, whatever it is, I want you to look at that journey differently. Because what's going to happen is, usually the people who are murmuring, like the Israelites who took 40 years as opposed to like a 2-week or so journey to get to the promised land, they were murmuring. They were complaining. They were this, they were that. It only took literally on foot probably 2.5 weeks to get to where they needed to go. But they took 40 years in their journey. Why? Because they decide to look at their circumstances and not trust what the master has done. A lot of you out there have forgotten. You've gotten amnesia in thinking that God is not God enough. God is not big enough. God hasn't shown you enough. Listen to me. What is it going to take for you to rewind the tape and say, wow, God has brought me through this, and this. And he's still God. He's still a God of healing. He's still a God of miracles. He has been with me every step of the way. This is the situation. A lot of you out there are not bringing God through the journey with you. You're trying to do everything in your own strength. You're trying to figure everything out, every detail on your own. You're pushing God out of the equation and you're trying to put on your Batman suit and say, I got all of this on my shoulders. Listen, if you want to take that burden all on your shoulders by yourself, then your journey is going to be tough. You're not going to embrace that journey. You're going to despise it. Hear me. I said, you're not going to embrace the journey. You're going to despise the journey. So in order for you to get the other side, in order for you to get your victory, in order for you to get the desires of your heart, you have to include the master in your journey every step of the way. Every step of the way. Once you include God, once you say, God, this is a big journey. I can't do anything on my own. I surrender. Please get me through. I want to have the victory, but I can't do nothing without you in the midst of this situation. This is too big for me. Take over, take complete control so that I can embrace the journey of life. Once you have that disposition, once you have that position, your journey will be light. Your journey will be short. Your journey will be memorable, and your journey will be all the worthwhile worth it. So I hope you get something out of this message. I know you have hopes and dreams and aspirations. There's nothing wrong with that. We're wired to want more, to develop from glory to glory. We're wired that way. But I tell you, it's going to be super hard for you because the flesh, the old you, the triggers, the things that have not been delivered, those demons inside of you, around you and about you, they will come about and you will be tested. A lot of you out there have old demons from yesteryear, your childhood traumas and such, and you're trying to go on a new journey of this and getting this and that. And you feel, a lot of you out there, that nobody understands you. It's hard. You go through a pity party and an emotional roller coaster of sadness and despair. And all in all, sometimes you just need an exorcism to get those old demons out of you. And once your house is clean, I'm not talking about your physical house. I'm talking about your spiritual house. Once your vessel is clean and ready for your duty, ready for the journey, it's you and God. Sometimes he'll be carrying you. Sometimes you'll be crying in his arms, leaning on his shoulders. But guess what? He's there. And he wants to be a part of your journey. He wants to be a part of your journey. So let him in. Let God direct every path so that you don't lose your mind. You don't lose sight of the goals and the visions and the aspirations. This is what I want to say in closing also. I know I said I was in closing. Sometimes, hear me, your vision, goals, and aspirations, right, may not be what God has designed for you. You think it's the right way. You think it's, something that you need or want or desire. But that may not be God's plan for you also. God may have something bigger and better for you. God may have something smaller for you. Okay? Just because things are bigger doesn't always mean it's better. Huh? Sometimes you have to trust whatever it looks like. God, I trust you. Whatever it looks like, I trust you. Once you have that pure trust in God, I'm talking about out of this world trust, you'll get out of the way. And that's exactly what we all need to do, is get out of God's way, right? So that we can enjoy the journey of life. To all your victories, to all your successes, to all your hopes, dreams, and aspirations, Godspeed. Bless the true and living God.